So you talk about how having a swim buddy or a mentor is totally vital, but how do you develop that team-orientated living?
Boom. Listen, team-orientated living is just like self-confidence. There are missions that you have to accept, yet you have to embrace. There are 4 simple missions to developing a team-orientated lifestyle. Mission number 1, commitment. You have to be committed to the team that you're on. You have to be committed in every single way you can imagine. In your heart, every day you show up, where you look at the people that you're working with and you give them everything that is inside you. You have to have that commitment resonate in your actions, in your speech, and the way you interact with people. Commitment is the number 1 mission behind having that team focus, that team drive, that team orientation towards success. Mission number 2, you have to train. You have to be willing to train, to get better within your team, within yourself. Training never ends, and the training has to be good training. It can't be just this little lollygag training that people like to do. Oh, I'm getting ready for this or ready for that. Negative. That's hogwash. That's unsatisfactory. That's unsat. You have to train hard every day. Because why? As a team, we have new personalities coming together. We have different types of ideas or mindset. So when you train, you rehearse, you put all that together, you fuse it together to where you can become focused, to where your natural intuition can start flowing freely through each other. There's so much ability that exists when people come together as a cohesive group, but you have to train to that level. You have to perfect those actions. You have to become high speed. You have to be doing the things every single day that's going to make that team better. Mission number 3, you have to communicate. One of the most powerful things that we have on this planet is our ability to communicate. If you can't communicate with one another, what do you have? Hold on a sec. Let me prove it to you. All right, what did I just say to you? Negative. You can't read my mind. We're not there yet in this life, okay? We have to ascend to that next dimensional living, right? No, you have to communicate. I have to look at you in your face. You have to open your ears effectively, hear what I'm saying to you, and I have to be clear and precise on the way I'm delivering my message. Once we have that clear, effective communication going, those lines of communication, the respect that's within that communication, then we start training better. Our commitment shines through. All the things that we need, our self-confidence is brewing through our ability to interact with one another. That's what we have to do. You have to commit, you have to train, and you have to effectively communicate with one another. Mission number 4, and probably one of the most important, you have to embrace your role as a leader. You have to truly take on board that leadership is an essential part of your team orientation. Now, does that mean that you're going to be the commanding officer of every group that you're ever in? Absolutely not. But guess what? Even the guy dragging his knuckles across the ground and doing the grunt work, that's representing leadership, because you're being leaders to the new people coming onto your team. You're being leaders to the older people who maybe lost their focus. Leadership is a part of every action that you do. You lead from the front. You be the first to volunteer yourself. Leadership is a mindset that is part of what is going to enhance that team living. Now also, you have to strive to get to the top. You have to strive to become the best. You have to look forward to the role of yourself being in the leadership position that's going to make a difference to other people. Even if it's one person, even if your team is you and your swim buddy, you have to accept that some days you're going to be in the leadership role and other days you're going to be in the follower role. But that creates the leadership inside that's going to create that cohesive nature of that team. 4 simple missions: commitment, training, communication, and leadership.
Frog logic, yeah, we're getting squared away. It's just frog logic. It's working every day.